All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Sorry, I'm a tad bit late. Ran into some network issues right as I was sat down an hour ago to work on changing the overlay to Christmas themed, but that's on the back burner for right now because I just got my internet working. So, yep, we'll have to figure that out. And it was only a simple solution. Just my gaming PC was not on the network. Everything else was fine. Turns out, um, something else on the network took the IP for whatever reason. So, just had to do that, but it's fine. We're back in business. Simple solution or dumb thing. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for all the messages and everything. Ours was really good. Cooked all day long from when I got up until that evening. Um, but yeah. Yeah, well, I use manual IPs for a lot of things, especially with the streaming setup because a lot of the voice stuff that I have set up between the 2 streaming PCs, it's just easier to have manual IPs, and I know which IPs go where. So if something does change, I can just update the settings and we're back in business. But, um, yes, one of the IoT devices took my gaming PC, which then I realized my gaming PC was out of my normal range anyways that I keep computers on because I usually try to keep computers on within it's, from like 2 to 20 or something like that. So not really port forwarding. It's kind of opening up ports for the mic to talk to the streaming PC over the internet. So I have voice meter set up on both computers, and I use V-band to make those two things connect without using a cable, like a virtual cable. So when IPs change, it breaks that setup for that, and it breaks my internet connection. So like I have manual IPs set for these things, but the IoT devices are not manually set IP, but they do have a section of the IPs that they're only supposed to use, and one went rogue and just decided not to use that range. So yeah, here we are. Yeah. And it usually happens around this time of year because I'm hooking up all like the Christmas lights and all the things that are IoT. So something just grabbed the gaming PC IP. But I was testing cables and everything too because it was being weird. It wasn't just like, it didn't seem like it was an IP thing, but it was. There you go. Zane, if you're listening in the chat, the command for load underscore UI settings is to pick your, there you go. And it should give you a character list to choose from, and you can just pick your main and port it over scenario. What's up, Cyrus? Cabby, what's going on, sir? Freddy, what's up? What's up? What's up? We, Q, hello. We want to do it in dark. I think I have to do it in the dark. Well, you can do the command in game. So like if you do, I'm going to show you, it's /load underscore UI settings. So like if you already have it set up on another character, you should be able to use that command and it gives you this list, and then you can pick the character you want to port those settings over from. Now, if you're trying to port over specific dark UI utility things, that might be something else. But this at least gets everything looking where it's supposed to go. I don't know if this actually ports over dark UI customization. So you might be right there. I think that might be inside the utility. All right. I was talking to the guild. I don't know exactly what we're working on today, but I think we're going to do heritage questing some more. So, Freddy, I'm sorry. I apologize just ahead of time. So we have rescue the Green Hoods, training as a shield. I need to start journey quest, which is not that bad. of a thing. So Cyrus says placeholder's dead. Placeholder for what? I missed some group chat here. Abby says I've now caught up on the carpet quest, so now on the final boss, and we'll wait for the group to. Okay. Gotcha. The guild chat. Gorlux for the green hoods. Okay. Let me pull up. What's up, Farley? Farley says it should take dark UI stuff too. So like even the settings within. Oh, there you go, Zane. Yeah. So it's there you go. So that's a good question because I don't know, Farley. So like say you're doing okay, so group window. See how mine set up in dark UI. I usually go in here and I go to settings and I update some things in here and then save close. If I load UI settings from another character, does it import those settings as well or changes that I've done within dark UI? Or is that something separate? I don't even, I've never paid attention to it. I usually just go in and update per character kind of scenario, but what's up, Grog? What's up, casual gamer? Heritage Quest timeline. Neat. I have Rescue of the Green Hoods. Training as a shield. I have not started the Bone-Bladed Claymore yet. And then Journey is half the fun. Hugh, were you able to finish out the prereq for the Rescue of the Green Hoods? Living my EQ2 life vicariously through you as usual. Nice, casual. Grug says, you can load UI of any character. Dark UI saves each character's XML. Thank you. Okay. Because remember last weekend we ended, well, you were getting spouse aggro. So you left early before I ended up staying and finishing the prereq, it was mainly just running around, I believe, because you needed to complete Operation Green Hood in order to get the HQ, which I think we were on the step where you had to, and you got the chest on top of the tower. I think you just needed to go to the Citadel sewer drains. So I think you just need to go get the, let me look at your quest log, actually. Actually, you're not in the zone, so I won't be able to see it, I don't think. But we'll look. We'll look. Yeah, I can't see it anyway. I think you just need to, so what your Operation Green Hoods, what step does it say there? Let me check Cabby and see where he's at. Or if he has this one, Heritage. Okay, Cabby's already on Rescue of the Green Hoods. That's good. Wait, it says you have it. Did that not update? Check Orc Mining Lift? Oh, no, you're on the right quest. You're on the right quest. You did it, Q. We're good then. You're on the quest then. That's where we're all at. We're on the, I need to check out the Orc Mining Lift. All right. Close out that tab. So I'm going to run to the spot for the lift and we can meet there, buff up and do the things. Unfortunately, my goal of getting a PC by the end of the year kind of got ruined by these new chip prices. Yeah, a lot of people are hurting right now. casual. RAM prices are ridiculous. I saw a 64 gig kit of DDR5 6000 was on the shelf somewhere for like $600 or something. And I was like, that's not right. That's not right. We were talking about it at work too, because luckily we're not, this year we're not in the phase of server memory upgrades. So like we were starting to get a little nervous. Hopefully it works itself out, but is there a light at the end of the tunnel? There always is a light. It just depends on how big the light is right now. Because right now it's really small. Really small. As you get closer, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Previous to drinking invisible beer. It's in a green bottle. It's Peroni. The Publix had a BOGO on 6-packs. So this was my Thanksgiving beer that I didn't finish. We took our cat to the vet this morning to get her checked out since since she adopted us and came in the house and hasn't left yet. Um Turns out cat is not a he, it's a her, and we kind of figured this out on Thanksgiving because she's in heat right now and she's super annoying. So we confirmed with the vet this morning that she is a he, or she is a she, and got that set up, and we got it scheduled for spay. So that will be December 23rd, I think. Got our first round of vaccines. Have to go back in 3 weeks for more vaccines, and then I'm also doing poop scoop here to have them test to make sure she doesn't have any worms or anything going on down there, and then we should be good. Then we're into our yearly rotation of having another family member that you have to pay for them on a regular basis. Forgot to get beer, so I'm going herbal route. Nice. I'm not gonna lie, I prefer the herbal route. Yeah, I like that route more. That's just me though. Or it might not just be me, but prefer that route over everything else. Love a good beer every now and then though. Yeah. I'm the same way. I mean, I like beer, mixed drinks and all that fun stuff. But sometimes it just makes me bloated and not feel good. So the other way, you just feel good. Doesn't matter. Nice, sir. Oh, my links aren't working. My preview isn't working and my links aren't working, so I'll have to figure that out. I can see it here on your side though. Nice. Too bad it's not like that dark blue, like the same blue as your armor. I just did the Baldur's Gate 3 run there. Did you see that? I was trying to move my camera and I took off running. Oh, yours aren't working either? Links are can you preview items? Because I can't even, like, preview items right now. Oh, I got that one. That's weird. I couldn't do it from your inspect window, though. I can only do mine. Well, no, I can't even... Huh. I don't know. Feature. Feature, feature, feature. We got Q here, we got we got me. Cabby's on the way, maybe? Or is Cabby art? Yep, Cabby's, or Cyrus is over here. Where you at, Cabby? Cabby here and you're in Viz and I can't see you? Or you're down there already, Cabby? Cyrus is over there camping the named. Cabby's up there by the entrance to EFC. Which part are you on for rescue green? Yeah, I wasn't gonna torture Freddy until we need something. Like if we're hurting on power. I wasn't gonna ask to torture Freddy anyways. Hey, what's up, Luna? Happy Saturday. We're working on Rescue the Green Hoods. We always need Freddy. We do need Freddy. But I get it when requesting he gets, you know, makes him tired. He needs double espresso for this, yeah. Random thought, I really wish EQ2 had a way to import, export your ignore list. Yeah, that's not a bad option. I'm sure it saves it. There's got to be a file that it saves it to, because it reads it from somewhere. I bet you there's like an XML somewhere in the UI. Man in Orbit says Dark UI has one. There's got to be it reads the data from somewhere for that particular character. So I'm assuming there's an INI or XML somewhere that you could copy paste to something maybe, or maybe edit. I don't know. Not an easy import export if you don't have Dark UI. I've never paid attention to it, honestly. It takes a lot for me to add you to the ignore list. Like you have to be a gnome and you have to have pissed me off pretty hard. What's up, Tez? Made it to the live stream. Love your content. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Or ma'am. Sorry. I call everybody sir for no reason. Bad habit. I think my ignore list is mostly spammers. Yeah. I don't hang out in general chat. I'm usually, all I have up is usually looking for group chat, but that's just my stuff. Gold seller spam hour loving and that. We got a guy has earned his place. No worries, sir. Works fine. Thank you. All right. Did you say it has to be a gnome? Yeah. I've had bad luck with gnomes on this server. They just make me angry. All right. Well, I don't know what Cabby's up there. I don't think Cabby needs. I can't see Cabby's. Maybe let me try now that he's in here. Nope, still can't see it. I can see his training as a shield. Okay, you said for us to go ahead. All right, so we need to go down into the pit. or at least right here. And we get that update, and it says I need to speak with Sashra. Return to Sashra, which back where we just came from. My ignore list was full of people who rolled rolled need on gear class they shouldn't use. We'd be on that list casual. We do that from time to time. I'll roll need on stuff. I usually ask, can I roll need for my alt? And you can say yes or no. And if it's no, and I already rolled need, I apologize. And I'll give it to you, unless it's no drop. And then at that point, I'm just like, okay, I'm in the unforgiven boat, but been re-listening to the Reload album, Metallica. And that unforgiven comment just made me think of the song.
Rose scorched.
Oh, this one's timed. Okay, so waypoint 577 -21 -242. I haven't had to ignore anyone either, but it's usually mostly because sometimes when I'm bored, I like to sit back and lurk in the drama in general, but I also don't group, so that helps. Oh, and the perfume, he's on another special one. Oh, there's mobs. Yep. It's also fun to troll almost everyone's ignore list and they sit there talking to themselves. I think there's a subset of people, but I do remember his weird. On Stormhold. I think there's a subset of people who also use general chat as an alternative to paying for a therapist. Yep. Some people, that's their game. That's what they like to do. They like to hang out and chat and talk about things. So the grunts are in this area, and then we'll have to move over to Three Toes Valley for the next. So we'll get our grunt kills and then go to the next one. Alright, let me put in the waypoint for the next one. 287 -40 257. Oh, I didn't see you log in, Freddy. I apologize. Did you want in on this? I just saw you log out. I didn't see you log in, but I saw you log out. My bad. Falling asleep just watching you guys quest. I'm sorry, Freddy. Oh. Or it could be the weed. Hey, that's what it does to me. Makes me chill. You'll find me in the recliner. Watching random things on YouTube. Maybe a good cooking show. Alright, there are mobs around here. We're looking for Talon Raiders. Here's one. There's two right here.
Time to meet your end, intruder.
Alright, more raiders. We left one. Any raiders? I mean, that was the only two up. Maybe we just kill everything over here to get respawns? I don't know if the foragers, I don't know if they're placeholders or whatever, are in the camp east of the docks and the west. Also, there are some to the south in Three Toes Valley, which that's where we're at. There might be some on the other side as well, east of the docks. Go check on the other side after these. Sorry, chat, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just getting updates. Luna says there are accusations being thrown around that people were buying all the chrono and I think using them on other servers. There was a lot of fighting and I didn't really understand why everyone was talking about. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, chrono can be used on other servers, but you don't have... I guess if you're buying them on another server and then selling them on another server, it could be a little bit of drama, but that's not... I mean, that's what they're there for. That's what you do with them. So I don't know. I'm not seeing any raiders. You all see any raiders? It said east of the docks, which we were east, I guess. Oh, there's some. One or two over here. Bringing them to you, we. Alright, done with those. So now we need to go to the mythical forest, which is waypoint negative 340, negative 35. Nope, not 25, 35, 96. Decline, decline. We're going to do some mountain climbing here. Casual says, I had a berserker, need a bind on and pick up fabled cloth sleeves and ROV, drop group and viz, pass them to the named and pulled it. Yelled to break encounter into his AoE spam. Sweet, sweet revenge. Oh. Mega says, farming them on EQ and selling them on EQ2, that sort of thing. Luna says, kind of. They were being accused of buying them all on Skyfire and screwing up our economy and then selling or using them on the time lock servers or something like that. Interesting.
Destroy all trespassers!
Oh, right there. Right here. Well, when you consume one, people buy Chrono from DB and then sell them on Live or other TLEs and collect payment on Origins. That's how they do it. Oh. Okay. Interesting. There's also a gray market where Chrono are sold for something like $10. All right, now we gotta go back to what's her face. Casual says, can you pay to win with Chrono? I don't know. The pay to win in EQ in both EQ and EQ2 is different. I don't necessarily think it's pay to win. I think because it's not like you can buy raid gear, right? With that said, you can purchase things that make your time go faster or more efficient use of time. Also increase what? How would I say that? Odds? Maybe? I don't know. Pay to win in EverQuest as a whole, both in EQ1, EQ2, there really isn't pay to win. It's more pay to convenience, like Mega's saying. Some people say that the pay to win could be seen as when you use Daybreak Cash to speed up spell research on retail or research in general on retail. Some people think of that as a pay win because you're giving your character better chance or better ability than other characters that aren't using Daybreak Cash. Everybody can still get to the same result. It's not like you're going out and buying raid gear with Daybreak Cash. You can't do that. So that would be a pay to win thing if it was if and from my eyes. So like if I could go into the cash shop and purchase raid gear from that shop with Daybreak Cash, that would be pay to win. Buying research to take off time off my spell research or something like that, that's not pay to win in my eyes. That's pay for convenience because I don't want to spend 45 days researching a thing. I want to spend 2 days researching something, you know?
Do you have the scout? I do. Yes. Be careful.
And if you got the money and you want to throw down on Daybreak like that, hey, you do you. You do you. Go for it. Spend it. XP pods and all that jazz. Yeah, kind of. Someone pays 18 bucks for 18 bucks originally. Gold farmers will buy them and resell them at a discount for real money. Says Mega is what he's saying. What's up, Steel Rose? How you doing? Happy Saturday. You had a good Thanksgiving. You don't sell it for $10, you sell it for plat, but then have so many, Man in Orbit says you don't sell it for $10, you sell it for plat, but they have so many that they can't sell for real life money more than $10. I don't know how the economics work out, but I imagine it may be popular in some regions due to currency conversions, says Mega. True. Return there, we got to kill Century Gorloks, which is where Cyrus is at. Or was that? Is there any new EQ2 server starting over for TLE or is this the last? They haven't announced any new servers. Right now, Varsoon is the current TLE server and it's on Ultra Malice, which is the farthest any TLE has been. Origins is going to have EOF unlock next week on the 10th. Well, the week after next, I guess, on Wednesday. That will unlock it for Origins. So I don't think there's anything on the current map. And Mega says, I imagine we'll hear what their plans are for the roadmap next year. Yeah, I would assume Anashti is going to stop at EOF. I would just assume. This is just from a speculation. I have no inside knowledge or anything like that. I would assume Origins Anashti Sul PvE will stop at EOF and they're going to work on or plan a new Origins experience is my guess. Man in Orbit says ROK was mildly confirmed. I could be wrong because I don't. If they would do ROK, I'm for it. I'm down, and then just stop. Just stop at ROK. I'm okay with that.
Hello.
But I do think a lot of people that want to jump into Origins again are waiting for some type of server refresh. They're not necessarily wanting to jump in at EOF ROK. There will be some people that come back in and just dip their toes around, see what it's like. But I think a lot of people might be on that fence where they're waiting for server refresh type thing. Coffee Badger, what's going on, sir? ROK was peak EQ2 enjoyment, says Coffee. ROK would require some back-end work on their part. There were some significant mechanic changes, says Mega. Yeah, I think Origins especially, it's easy to feel like you're falling behind because leveling is slower. I think it'll have to be one of those or the other, though. Yeah. I imagine they have the data showing Origins is a success compared to previous TLEs, right? TLEs have a spot, and I believe TLEs are going to slide into that event server slot. Because before we had retail, we had an event server, kind of like Kale Drackle is, where it's an achievement server where they do random things with that server. And then we had TLEs. I think Origins is going to take the TLE slot. So Origins will be the new TLE, right? And then they're going to do event servers with TLE type. It would be my guess. I could be completely wrong, and I'm just speaking into a wall right now, but that would be my guess. An educated guess is not speaking into a wall, says Luna. Most logical thing to do, says Coffee. I don't see how they can go into ROK since the crit chance is not working properly now, and without any blue stats, Patience Peak would be impossible, says Freddy. Nothing better than blasters and lightsabers. Pew pew, says Epic. Yeah. You said it's 5 minutes, Sai, and what'd you say was placeholders? Oh, centuries. Played Star Wars The Old Republic for a bit. Nice. Mega says, yeah, and if you remember the original loot system in RK, it had all the randomized gear. Yeah. What if, and just hear me out, what if they did ROK, but maybe tweaked the stat percentages and actually fixed the stats to where, you know, things actually meant something instead of just strength and intelligence? Would ROK be doable then without blue stats? Like, what if they just did ROK, but then just rework stats? I mean, yeah, that's a lot of work. It's not something easy, and it's not something I'd want to do, but I mean, to keep out blue stats, I'm trying to, I don't know. Yeah, they'd have to re-itemize everything. Yeah, blue stats started showing up in ROK. At first, I didn't mind the blue stats at first. I thought it was cool to find loot with additional stats on it. Oh, my tongue goes over there. Blue stats started showing up. I suspect that under the covers, the combat system is all the same. They just went too far. I think they were power creep and started to take off. We had melee, double attack, range, double attack, crit chance, ability mod. The blue stats changed EQ. That's Freddy. I'm just wondering what would ROK look like with no blue stats, and is there anything that could be implemented? Maybe not necessarily stat wise, mob wise. Like, what could you change? Is there anything there? Because they want the content to be hard on War. That's what they've tried to do, I think. And by hard, I mean they want it. It's a freaking, you're beating into a sandbag, you know. With no blue stats, they'd have to change the raid packages for mobs for sure. And I know they nerf our damage output on Origins now, says Freddy. I imagine it would be very difficult, like the content changing mob values might be the best way to approach it. What if they were making Origins to be more EQ1 like? Like if they put EQ1 mechanics into EQ2, but that's what Origins was meant to be. Like just changes the whole mechanic of EverQuest 2 and the EQ1. But leave the housing alone. Yeah, well, Freddy's done a lot of data on, well, not, I would say data, but he's done a lot of testing with stats on, or on Anashti, and they don't, intelligence and strength are the main stats, and even then, like, that's it. Like, even the buffs and stuff like that don't really affect much. From what Freddy's found. I don't necessarily feel stronger when I get a new set of gear. My spells seem to do more damage because those are leveling up and those numbers are getting bigger, but I don't see it affecting my, like, I'm not killing things any faster than I was at level. I guess there's no sense of progression. Is that how you would word that? There is progression. It's just that you don't feel the progression as much as you would on in other games or maybe other servers. Lee says I've included some haste items in my gear. I don't have ACT, but it feels like I do more damage with the procs and all. More attacks equals more procs. Lee says I love EQ2, but not the solo face roll retail content. Yeah, that's because the underlying combat mechanics haven't really changed. They treat it like the black box at this point, I suspect, says Mega. Is there anyone there who really understands the math that underpins their combat system? I have no idea. I would just start drooling looking at the math, if I'm honest. Already says haste is a good stat to have. It will increase your DPS as long as you let your auto attacks go off when they should. So then you would want to have your auto attack bar up to see when your auto attack is actually going so you don't interrupt it. Which on retail and TLE, the auto attack isn't a thing anymore because you can't necessarily interrupt your auto attack. Back in the day, you could interrupt your auto attack and you would lose DPS that way. Man in Orbit says the fact you have to keep using plurals is kind of hilarious. Origins has one dev, says Man in Orbit. What are we doing? Pulling some Trents. Who you need the Trents for something? I passed them on the way. I saw some blue feathers. I need a branch, eye, and a leaf. The auto attack is the best form of DPS. Preach, Freddy, preach. Just Kaith, who is the primary dev for Origins, right? Says Mega. I thought about Cathiel. and such did fix problems with Quest and whatnot. Toby still deals with any animation problems and so on. I'm not sure, to be honest. And Cabby, to answer your question, we just need Gorlux, Sentry Gorlux, and then we're back in DFC. But we're just getting placeholders right now. In normal casual taverns fashion, you know, can't get a freaking name to save our life. Brady says, well, we need to contact Toby then and say, why did they change my pets to dance attack instead of melee attacks? I feel like I need to put $1 in my necro pants every time they attack. Righty. What level are these? 38. $39. I mean, I would say I'd log in my Templar so y'all can mentor and kill these for XP while we wait on respawns, but he's only 30. And the XP mentored is not that good. I think I need all of those, Q. But do they cat dance? Because that would be hot. That's mega. We're both the same level, Q. Wait, are you not 56? No, I'm the only. Oh, never mind. You're 57. Rip. I am the lowest level in the group now. Thank you. Address us with Sir Milady from now on. Professor Rhapsody, what's going on? He says, hey, I'm returning a level 90 player, having a look at around the new content. Does playing free to play stop me from leveling? You have access to 110 levels, Rhapsody. So you should be able to log in free to play and level to 110 and experience the content from 90 to 110. So that would be Destiny of Velius. What was that game update from Destiny of Velius? The mid-season one. And then you have Altar of Malice and then Plains of Prophecy. Yep. The real thing you have if you only played the one character level 90, that's fine. You only have 2 character slots as free to play. So like if you have 8 characters or 26 characters on your account, it's only going to let you use 2 of those characters. But other than that, the paywall stuff really comes into play with broker usage, fast travel. And then later on, once you get to like 130 or higher, some of the adornments you can't use without all access. But between 1 to 110, you're good to go. That's usually how I tell people to come back. Like how they, scratch the itch, if you will. Yeah, like Luna was saying, there's equipment that there is a few things, but I don't think you run into it as much as you do the broker and the fast travel. I always tell returning players and new players, do free to play first. If you find yourself logging in on a daily basis, consider doing all access to really open up the game, I guess. But if you're just trying to scratch an itch and see how you feel about the game in today's world, free to play is the way to go. Quick trance. Yeah, that was back in the day. They did away with the silver, I believe, Luna. But that's the wrong way. Yeah, if you have a very old account, it's like you'll be grandfathered into some functionality that new free-to-play people don't have. That's what I was using up until the creator program gave me membership, says Luna. Rapsy says, I played at launch daily for about 5 years and then had a break, then came back 2013 for a year or two, and then really long break. Yeah. I played, since the beginning and then quit around Sentinel's Fate. I don't know what year that was. We've looked it up a few times and I just don't remember. But Sentinel's Fate, I probably played about a month into Sentinel's Fate and then took a break. Hey, thank you for that follow, Rapsy. Appreciate that. Oh, I did something. What did I do? That was the wrong button. I meant to hit this button. There we go.
I must focus my hatred.
So if anybody's just joining the stream, we are currently working on the rescue of the Green Hoods. We're trying to get Sentry Gorlux to spawn over here on Anashti Sul, and we've killed quite a few placeholders, and he hasn't spawned yet. So we're just kind of stuck here waiting for this named, which, that's usually the Casual Tavern's experience with these quests. We get stuck killing named until we get bored to death, and then eventually we'll go do some XP things or something, but and if anybody doesn't know the servers, Anashti Sul's an Origins server rule set, which it's the newer classic version of EverQuest 2. The gameplay is based off the 2006 version of the game. So, main things or caveats, if you will, here is back to having actual intelligence, primary attribute stats. So you don't have just primary attributes and then a bunch of blue stats and stuff like that. Mainly just main attribute stats: strength, agility, stamina, intelligence, wisdom. The neighborhoods are back in the game, so like they have Long Shadow Alley, Babelshire. Those quest lines that were with those are back in. There's no corpse runs. It's still the newer crafting system. It's not the old material system from back in the day where you had to craft the hilts and stuff like that for weapon or stuff, or what's it called? The component system. And there isn't the class progression quest line tree. So like you don't have you start off as a fighter and then you do quests to pick Crusader, Warrior, etc. Anything like that. It's just you pick your class and go. Start on the Isle. There's no Frostfang Sea or Darklight Woods, any of that. You start off on Isle of Refuge and go from there. The pace of play is slower than other servers. Time to kill is longer. Group XP is the way to go. They want you grouping as much as possible. You can quest and experience solo. It's just a really long time. When the server launched, it was 1 to 50, and they were saying it was about 150 hours with XP potions to get to 50. but it is behind all access. So you do have to have all access to play on this server. We're on the Kingdom of Sky expansion right now. Next, and December 10th, they unlock Echoes of Fadeweir expansion, which originally this server was set to stop at Kingdom of Sky. But due to popular demand and the forums and all the people speaking their minds, they're going to give us EOF on December 10th at unlock. Also, the cash shop on Origins is limited. It's not as bloaty. There is still a cash shop here. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like there's full pages of things to buy. It's very limited cash shop is what I would. Oh, looks like stuff's on sale right now too. Like just like the mounts and stuff like that, there's not a ton of things you can buy in here. Like if you're on retail or something like that, you would see this list scrollable for mounts and stuff, but there's no flying, there's no mercenaries, there's no familiars, there's no leaper mounts, there's no gliding mounts that I've seen. It's all ground mount stuff. There's also no chrono on this server. You can't buy or sell chrono on this server, but as Freddy was saying, some people do get around that by selling chrono on other servers and then buy and using in-game, or there's a way around it, but you can't purchase it on this particular server and redeem on this server. You can't purchase it on other servers and redeem it on it. They need to put back in all the armor appearance items. It changes a lot, I feel like, because originally there were no mounts in there. Now there's like 6 different mounts you can get. Yeah, they have the Prowler, which is that guy. They have the Pranksters, which is the cow mount. There's the dressed up female cow mount. They have the Shadowed Death Charger. They have the white saddled Highland Snowmane, and then the Sinister Prowler. Which the Sinister Prowler was around for a little bit. On the server launch, they were selling this one. They had this one originally on the server, on the server launch. Actually, I want that as appearance. You gotta maximize the fear of missing out profits. Let's not talk about all the house items they vaulted on the MP. Oh no. Did they? Decorators are pissed, says Luna.
Hooray!
They vaulted most, they got the new X-Pack mounts and Origins to claim. I have to upgrade right now I have standard. I need to upgrade it to collectors to get the mount. I'll turn mounts on so you guys can see all the mounts that are currently in the group. Got some griffins. We got whatever Wheeze is riding on right now. Looks like a fish. Eloise is using a fire mount horse. Yeah, Wee has the new one. The question is it 40% or is it 24%? Usually the legendary is the 40% speed. 48? Oh, yep. We're gonna have to, after the stream, gonna have to handle that. Which mount do you have, Wee? I mean, Sai. Guess I can't see your mount. Oh yeah, yours is 48 too. Nice. That's the premium, right? Interesting. Man, this crap is rigged. Totally. Hey, what's up, Sin? So they just changed the color on them again, right? Not like an actual model change. Just color and speed. Got it. Just woke up. Long night, says Sin. Nice. Blame Billy. Do you have an interface mod or is that the basic one? I have an interface mod. So I use Dark UI as my main interface and it includes EQ2 maps. I normally don't tell people to use a mod unless you find a need for one. EQ2 maps is the exception there because I recommend EQ2 maps for everybody. Free to play, new player, whatever. You want EQ2 maps. But Dark UI, if you do find yourself needing something more from an interface, Dark UI is my recommendation. There's also Profit. I don't know how often Prophet updates, but Dark UI updates on the regular. So EQ2 maps is what puts all of these points of interest on my maps here. So like you'll notice I'll have a bunch of like quest icons and named red X's and stuff like that. That's EQ2 maps. And then you can filter those by right clicking on the map and then clicking filter POI. So if I just want to see named mobs, I can uncheck all of the things and then just do named and then click OK. So then I'll just see named here for that kind of scenario. Or if I just want quest updates or whatever, location, etc. Dark UI, the reason I went with Dark UI was because of my crafting window. In the default interface, you only see one side of this at a time. So like you would only see your recipes. You wouldn't be able to see your component, like your actual progress or anything until you hit create. I like to see both of them open at the same time, kind of. That was originally that was my reason for looking for a different UI, but I used the default UI with EQ2 maps for the longest time until I felt a need for something extra. The group window is pretty cool too, yeah, Freddie. And it's super customizable because you can change up all sorts of settings in here. They have 5 different layout modes, and then there's a custom mode, and then you can change the layout from even in that. It's pretty cool. But again, sometimes that adds a level of complexity to coming back to the game. You're already trying to catch up on all the things that have changed in EverQuest 2, and then adding a new UI on top of that really gives people anxiety sometimes. So I usually try not to tell people about that one until later into their playthrough. I can't tell you how many times before where people have come in and said, hey, I downloaded EQ2, I logged in, and then logged out and uninstalled because I was just overwhelmed. So I was like, no, I get it. I get it. Group cure spells is a must have for everyone for me, says Sin. Yeah. I'm amazed how much I've forgotten. Almost amazed as fast as it all coming back. Hey, what's up, Bobby? How you doing, sir? Glad you got figured out with the settings there. I was kind of confused. I didn't know what was going on. Glad Dark was able to get you sorted, though. Got home with some Chinese food for lunch. I'm stuffed like a tick. That's the other thing with his UI. He is flat on top of any issues someone brings up to him. He actually will respond to if someone did not beat him to a fix. Nice. I'm going to try to pronounce this username. Abyss Malgor? Abysmal Glory. Holy crap. Sorry. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate you. My brain doesn't work with reading, so I apologize. I lost my AC for years after Station handed over the reins to Dave. I lost my account for years. after Station handed over the reins to Daybreak. Couldn't remember which email I used. Yeah, there's been a few people that got stuck with that. I was impressed. Daybreak found it quickly. And says someone needs his glasses. I have my contacts in. I'm dyslexic with reading and don't know how to do it sometimes, okay? Don't make fun of me. You all have heard me read aloud, okay? Don't make me start reading quests. I will do it, and you all will be like, this poor guy. I'll start reading aloud. Another placeholder. So I spent years thinking all my effort was gone. I think that is helping me stick with it. Sorry. Abysmal Glory says, there you go. And I randomly found you yesterday and it got me started in EQ2. Only thing is I've been reading is extremely hard to solo later on, so it's pointless for a solo player right now until further expansions. I don't think it's pointless. I think on Origins as a whole, if you're talking about Origins content, Abysmal, I think soloing is just awful for the most part. And depending on your character, if you're a Necromancer, Conjurer, I think you're pretty safe soloing. Because I've only soloed on my alt Necromancer, and he's level 18 now. And he's only been solo questing. Haven't done any groups. I think I grouped up one time over in the ruins or something like that for something, but it was like a short 15-20 minute kill type thing. So I think it is doable. I just think it's a lot harder on certain classes on Origin. But Origins, you want to focus on groups as much as possible. And that's not just like a full 6-man group. You want to do quest with, 2 people, 3 people, go around and solo quest. That you'll have a much better experience than just soloing. It can be annoying though at times too, because pickup members, you never know what you're getting, right? You don't know these people. You don't know their scenarios. Like, you don't know if they know English or Spanish or whatever language they need to know. Like, you don't know what you're getting. I get it. But, I mean, you'll have more fun in a group than solo. How did you get stuck, Q? Did I disconnect? No, these are just... Oh. Real? My main is a warlock, if I can do it. Anyone can. Yeah, there you go. Ramsey. Which zone is this? This is Zek, the Orcish Waste. We are working the rescue of the Green Hoods. We're trying to get a name to spawn, but we're not having any luck. They're particular named anyways. Fungus. That's all we got. These things are even being stingy with L&L items. Might give it a shot. Only time I've really grouped in MMOs is for raids in the original WoW. Yeah. In the early days of EQ2, grouping was very rewarding. I mean, you grouped for everything. Now, if you're playing on retail, solo, you can pretty much do the entire game for solo and then do group for the heroic 2 or heroic dungeons and raids. Because it's more in a WoW playstyle on retail. But with Origins and this being like the 2006 version of the game, grouping is king. Just like Mastercrafted gear is king as well. I love Zek. Did some professional raiding with Top Guild on Split Palm. So I'm geared up for in Fabled and all the Grandmaster spells. Nice. Someone can sell an organ on the black market for the money and OLED. I suggest you do it. It's amazing. Yeah. Next time I need an upgrade, I'm going LED. OLED. And I'm going wide. Right now I just have a normal 1440p. Well, normal. I just have a normal monitor, if you will. I don't have a need to upgrade right now. Perhaps he says I'm using a gaming laptop with an Ethernet cable. Nice. Started gaming on this handy from Radio Shack, Baldur's Gate 1. See that green question at the bottom on the map? How do I pull that up? I had it and hovered over it and it said things to claim, but then it disappears. So if you click on it, it should bring up the claim window. And then from here, you can see all the, there's promotions, and then there's the expansions that you can claim stuff for. Well, if it's not there anymore, then you can do /claim in the chat and then hit enter, and then that brings up the same window. Does this name spawn randomly? It's not. Well, on retail, Luna, it's up pretty much all the time. It even says that here in the wiki. It says, as of game update 53, Gorlox's placeholder was removed, and Gorlox is almost always up. He's on a 6 to 8 minute respawn timer. But over here on Origins, we have to deal with placeholders, and his placeholder keeps spawning, not the actual named. So, half answer is somewhat random, but also we just have to wait for placeholders and cycle through the madness. Real, what's going on? Nice to see EQ2 being streamed. Been like 7 to 8 years since I played. Nice. Thank you for stopping in, hanging out. If you have any questions, let us know. If I don't know the answer, somebody in the community has it. Retail means like Skyfire, Module, etc. Yeah, so I call it retail. Some people call it live. So like your Antonio Bale, Halls of Fate, Skyfire, Module, Lurgiden. I don't remember when I started calling it retail. I was just trying to think. I'm like, why did I start calling it retail? Because technically all the servers are live, or live servers, but like I just considered retail its own monster. PLE is its own monster. Event is its own monster. And then there's Origin. Retail's a WoW thing. That's probably where I heard it. I did watch a few WoW streamers for a while. But it's funny though, because with EQ2, you don't see a lot of people that play both things. So like you either have your retail players or you have your event server PLE Origins players. Like a lot of people don't spend time in between or go on both. Unlike other games that have different server types, I feel like those have more of a tourism, game tourism. I don't know, something. Quit before the mass mergers. My paper doll and EQU still saying Module 92 SK 90 Woodworker. Nice. What's the standard resolution on monitor wants to run it at 4K at 3440 by 1440, 60 hertz in cities, it still lags. I mean, I'm running at 1440, but I don't, you should probably try, I mean, turn it up to, the 60 hertz has me confused, Bob, because your monitor goes up to like 180, I think, or something higher than that. Change that to 144. So in your options, display, change the, because I'm running at 2560 by 1440. Yeah, so you want to make sure you're running your hertz. Make sure that's right. I don't know why yours is only at 60. Oh, Reeves, what? Shit. I'm here. We got our update.
Well done.
Hooray!
All right, now we need to show the signal horn to Sasha. Now we got to go talk to what's her face.
You may take refuge from within this veil. I hope you bring word. At least that might take the.
Need to find and speak with Infiltrator Daijin. Freddie says I run at 3840 by 2160. Cities are okay for me. All right. Enter through the sewers. Everybody in the group needs to hail Indela Oaken Path. Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry, chat. I'm focusing on DFC because we messed this up last time. I'm trying not to break it this time. Let me get his location. Hold on. Wait for everybody to catch up. So we don't lose anybody. Right here, Cabby. Nope. Oh, we got to do the key shit. God damn it.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Roll to 100. Nice, Bobby. Way to go, sir. Brings you a total of 411,919. Well, that's Painmaster. What the hell? It says... Oh...
If you're looking for a battle, you'll find it here.
I just want... We need to kill whatchamacallit first, though. I mean, we can go do this other update now if y'all want to do it now, but... That's where that other named is supposed to spawn. Well, I was trying to read to see what we needed to do down there first, but we're up here now, so...
Sound the alarm! Destroy all trespassers!
Hmm. I don't know. Doing multiple quests at the same time. Because now I'm stuck in between these two quests and I don't know where we're at.
None enter here and leave alive. I'm injured. Call for a healer.
I set it at 50-50 myself back in 2013. I know my XP was set to 50-50 between Adventure XP and AA XP, and I couldn't move the slider either way. Is that a free-to-play restriction? It might be. I never paid attention to the slider much on my free-to-play experience. I do have a free-to-play account that I kind of mess around on just to, you know, try to stay up to date on information, but I've actually never paid attention to the slider bar. Hmm. I have no freaking clue. The walkthrough isn't helping because he came up here. Abby says, need to find the room with the ladder, then have to drop into the infiltrator tower from above. I'm going to get another beer. I think so, but I really honestly don't know because the chief wasn't up, and that's the first named we need. So we could try killing that named that was in that room and see if the chief spawns, but I don't think we just jump down again, right? Yeah, I know, Cappy. We're just trying to kill the named, and so when we go up, we don't have to come back down kind of scenario. But we're basically doing both the quests at the same time. I'm a warlock, Rapsing. This guy didn't spawn here. Says he's right here. Unless he's above me. But no, it says he's right here. Supposed to be here anyways. I can hate this zone. All right, give me just a second. Let me figure. That's down. Goes up. These doors are locked. Those- I know I can AoE here and pull these guys, but I don't know if it's going to break the order. But I think we need this to get the doors to go through the sentry, no? Did this quest on the past summer, and it was so hard to find the names. I needed the zone borked, and the wisp didn't know. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're going through, Luna. Give me just a second, chat. I'll be right back. don't know if we can get the tank up. I'm afraid to pull aggro here. Oof. Been killed in that area a few times, yeah. Pulling the named in here without, we gotta dig up the graves too before we pull the named. We have to go get the shovel from the dwarf. Otherwise we're gonna die. I told him in the group chat, but I think he's gonna go and pull. Yep, we're gonna die. Alright, back. Did we figure out anything? Why can't there just be a Death Fist Citadel walkthrough? What I want to do is I want to pull this named. Y'all with me on doing that? Because the thing is, the zone respawns, so all the killing, if we murder everything, it all respawns. And maybe not all of it, but some of it. So I'm going to pull these guys from here. Kill citizens, traders, etc. to open door to East Tower. Okay. We can try that before we kill the named. You'll have to jump, Gabby. Use the stone right there and jump up here. Then click on the rope. Then it'll take us up to the top. Looks like there's a door open. I used a blue button. Now we go up the ladder. Sentries in the southwest. Maybe I have to go the other way around. Kill the named. Okay. I hate this zone, chat. So much. Cyrus says the South Gatehouse remains closed until mid-keep named are killed. Mid-keep, what is that where mid-keep is? Was it these guys that we're killing?
Coming here was foolish.
Pretty sure these power named respawn, but I might be wrong.
should have left when you had a chance.
Quiet! You're going to get the beast. No.
Here, drop down here, we. Alright. One fucking hurdle. Done. Now we need to go to these locations. You okay, Q? Or we just talk? This yellow thing leads me to a fucking door that's closed. I'm on a fucking rage. Prison cell, Reeves. Got it. We go down the well again? Yeah, I don't know where Sai and we went. I didn't see him move, so I missed it. We need Chief Torchward Garoots for the Shelmay Wave Crest. I guess we're going down. I don't know. Here, come to me. I'm doing it. I'm just gonna... Damn. Not working. I can't get the... Last time I was able to get the pulls from in there, but if they're already dead... Hmm. Nothing in range there. Alright. I feel like this might be one of those zones we have to do at level so we can just kill things as we go. Because I feel like doing it gray, we miss all the things that we need. Because we're done. Arena's not open. No. I swear last time I pulled through that freaking thing. Here, come back to this hallway room. I'm sorry, I ran without everybody. This hallway room. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it. It's the one with the hidden room in it. There's a named in there. The washroom or bathroom. Is this what this is called? Hot tub room? I don't know. The dirty water room? The orc champagne room, says casual gamer. Yeah. The mobs call it a harem. That's fine. Oh, why is Fist running down here? Well. I gotta go back down and get Cabby. Hold on. Is there another named in here? I'm coming. Forepaw. I went up. I don't know if that did anything, but the Orc Runner. Next page. This gives a quest for the Orc Runner trinkets. If you click the little thing right here, this gives you a quest if you want it. I might be able to share it. Let me try. Nope, can't share it. Never mind. Now I wonder if that door's open. Has that always been open? Prince. He has Prince somebody. Where? There's the Prophet of Zek. Let's go ahead and kill the prince over here. Get him out of the way, because why not? Where did you guys go? Here, I pulled mobs. God blessed. The AoE worked in this room. Alright, now we can go in this door. Hold on, we gotta go up. There's Rennis. Wait for we. We, did you get that update? What update? Oh no. That was for the rescue of the Green Hoods. Somebody clicked on them before. Okay, good. You got it then. There's supposed to be alchemist in this room, but he's not. I'm just making sure he's not hidden in the walls somewhere. Hate this zone. I fucking hate this zone. Well, that's the problem. We need to figure out how to get him to spawn. We can't just go to him because he's not technically spawned yet. Arena's still closed? Okay. Still missing who named. Yeah. Courtyard blacksmith. Where'd everybody go? Door to the provisioner is still locked. Was the alchemist up? Guy still isn't up either. This is... Prince Valor spawns there. He's not up. Unless we killed him already. This guy isn't up. Yeah, this zone's a pain in the ass. That do. Receive the Taskmaster chimes. Hammond. Hammond. Oh, that's for that quest. Okay. lost. It goes up to the balconies. I don't know. I'm about done with this zone. Oh, I just fell off. Sweet. Star says we got 2 named here. Are they the balcony named? Because those are, I think those respawn. Crap. A house named? Sure. None of them have respawned. You guys are still in DOC? Yeah, man. Kicking our butts. We'll figure it out one of these days. I wonder if that did anything.
Call for a healer.
Oh, I pulled a pig. I'm gonna go check inside and see if anything opened up since we killed those things. Still missing this guy. Haven't killed him yet. In there. Nothing there. Get on top and do the AoE thing? Will do. Did it close to the door and it didn't pull anything, but... you want to check the arena and see if, that did anything? Which house was it? This one? No, it's not that one. The arena's open? Alright, wait for everybody to get down there. Somebody note this shit down. How we got this far. Alright, go in.
You should have left when you had a chance.
We're gonna be out of mana for this named. What's wrong with your face? Whose face? There's Overseer Soltic up there. He ran off again. But he's right there.
It's an ambush!
Holy shit, we actually got an update. That was training as a shield up there, right there. And then Abby finished out short seat, green hoods. Time to start Claymore, says man in orbit. Thank you, Luna. It only took forever. We'll have to come back so we can do rescue the green buds and kill Emperor again, though. Now we know. Do we know? Because I don't know what order we took to get to where we are. Do you know the order? Yeah, I need to go speak to what's-his-face, too. Why am I following we? Hold on, Q. We're running around crazy. That's where we just came from. Shit. Where the fuck am I? Through the prison, he says. That's the cave. Goes up. Made it.
Did you dispose of my enemies? And so...
Now we got henchmen. Which here they are.
Please, mercy!
You talk to him again, Q? Okay. Never mind, you did. Where's the chest at? Yeah, so I gotta wait for me too. He's running around like a... There he is. Up here. Not that chest. Wasn't there another chest? So fast. He's so fast. One more. Nope. Did you... So what are we... Who needs what now? What did you need? Oh, yeah, okay, we'll wait right here then. I think we're done in here for right now. We've done all we can do, right? Is there housing on Origins? There is housing. We don't have as many options. Well, I guess we do have the prestige shard. So you can go into the and You have prestige houses and do all that there. It's weird though, because we don't really have like a housing tab. But there is housing. You says some. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wonder why we had Emperor down there and not up here. I'm used to killing him up here. What's the vault for? We Fallen Green Hood's final task. I don't have that quest. Oh, I do have that quest. Crap. Hold on. Let me go get that before I leave then. Q needs to zone out and turn in her quest. I think we're about done, Cappy, for the day. We're just finishing up on a few little side quests. Why does this have me going? Is that the right location, Si? Yeah, you can zone out, we. Turn in shield. Your location put me up here for some reason. How many quests does this character have done? 422 quests on this character. Which isn't a lot. I don't normally focus on questing. We do the heritage quests here and whatever entertain and whatever those require, but I drags us around to a lot of quests. I and Q. Got it. Find the Orca Shattered Lands book. Is all that in here too? Runes are in the birdcage. West Tower bookcase. I'll need the trinkets in the vault when we get. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, peeps. Have a good one, Q. Thank you for grouping. I appreciate you. Sorry, it's a chaotic mess. Room of blood and iron smelting. Casual Gamer says going to try to boot up the old laptop. Way to go, Cabby. I got you, Wee. Thank you for tanking today, man. We might just do some XP tomorrow to kind of rinse the palate. All right, all done. Speak with Glade Master. We got one done.
It's good to see you again. Ah, these items were highly desired by the Green Hoods. Their absence from the Citadel, along with the information you...
Got it. Need to go talk to Grom. When in doubt, wreck the plate. I still don't even know the order of named. That's what I just want to know. I want to keep that in a note somewhere. So when we have to kill Fist again, we're going to have to keep track of each named that we killed. In that order. To get what we got. We cleared the prison level, yeah. Then ramparts.
You have done well. Yes, for now that is the case. If I could grant you your pick of the Citadel's treasures, I would. But I have only this shield, passed on.
One more off the list, chat. One more off the list. Now we have the rescue of the Green Hoods and a missing mask. Then it was the throne, then Midkeep. Then Gatehouse, then Blacksmith. Are you riding a rat with armor? It's more like a mole, James. I think it used to be a bear of some kind. The actual name of this mount is Revenant Dire Bear. I need to sell. Necro Bear, yeah. Using that mount as appearance, yep. Mm-hmm. Can you name mounts? I don't think so. I don't think so. But I've never actually tried. I know you can rename your pets and your familiars. No, the mount, yeah, the mount speeds are. Mine's only 40 though, but the new one, the new mount is 48. You guys are rocking it. Ugly staff. I don't know about naming, but you can convert most house items. James says when my coworker played this game, he would only play the shaman so he could name his ghost dog. And Vic did this. That's pretty good. What do you mean? So what do you do when you're on here solo? Crafting usually. Broker. Updating. Sometimes I'll go around do solo gray quests. Or green quests. I also have alts. I have a Necromancer, which is level 18. I have a Shadow Knight, which is level 12. And a Templar, which is level 30. Do I bother farming for rares at all? Yes, they are extremely valuable on Origins. It's just they're so rare. They are super rare, but they are very good to sell on broker, and you need them for spell upgrades and stuff like that. Where's UF or super rare? Yeah. Crafting is pretty brutal here on Origins. Who is it, Sai? I was about to die. Oh, guy knock. Thought I had. Pages. Yeah, good enough. Chat. I want to go ahead and call it a day. I want to get out of here. DFC really took it out of me. I just saw your messages, Bobby. I'll read them here in a minute. Thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate y'all being here. Heal side. Oh, jeez. Sorry, got a little slow during some of the DFC segment there, but we got a kill. We finished one heritage quest. We finished out training as a shield, which is for the shiny brass shield quest. So that's another one off our list. We still need to go back into Deathfist Citadel because we kind of broke the rotation for. We need Winza Neldora for an update, and then we have to kill Fist again. So we'll figure that out next time. Tomorrow when we stream, I should be live tomorrow around 1 p.m. Eastern. We're probably going to be doing some XP tomorrow just to switch it up and reset the palette. So tomorrow we'll be hanging out, doing some grind XP, maybe run a dungeon or instance or two tomorrow over in Desert of Flames or something, you know, just to kind of reset everything. But we'll figure it out tomorrow. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the assistance and the chats and the questions. Appreciate that. Makes it go by pretty quick. But if anybody doesn't have anything else for me, make sure you enter up on the channel currency giveaway. All you have to do is type exclamation point and the word enter, ENTER, for a chance at winning some bot currency to play sound effects and the mini games in chat. You can do that on Twitch and over on YouTube chat. So they're up over there too if you're on there watching or lurking. If you're new to the community, stream schedules Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, even though we have been doing Baldur's Gate 3 community campaign playthrough on Tuesday evenings, but you're welcome to stop by if you're an EQ2 fan as well. And Saturday and Sundays are 1 p.m. Eastern, and we stream EQ2, usually over here on Origins. I do have to figure out a way to give retail some live, and I haven't quite figured that some love, because we have the expansion launch in the same day EOF drops for Origin. So I got to figure that out. But we'll have to, I'll let y'all know my plans for that. But as of right now, I think that's all I got for you guys. All right. Let's see who won some copper today, shall we? Over on Twitch chat, we have Q, B, Zane, Freddy, Cyrus, Cabby, Grug, Sin, Bobby, Mega, and Luna for a chance at winning some copper. Over on YouTube, we got We and Cyrus dueling it out for some copper. So I'm going to go ahead and close the giveaway for Twitch. And the winner today is Bobby. Congrats, Bobby. Way to go, sir. Going to shoot that copper over to you. There you go. EOF drops, but are we able to do anything in EOFs? So live may be best for the new stuff. Yeah, I don't. The thing is with live, Freddie, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. It might be because the last expansion, Scars of Destruction, I ended up working on it off stream and then just uploading, like recording it off stream and uploading. And I might do this. I don't know. I don't want to say that because I don't know for sure, but yeah, we'll be able to do EOF content. EOF goes from like 35 to 70. So I mean, I'm assuming we might be able to do something in there because we got lesser fate arc stuff. There's like questing in there to do and mobs to kill. Steam Font is a 40s dungeon, I believe. 40s 50 dungeon. And then we have Loping Plains for the 60s. And there's plenty of things to do in there. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know if yeah, maybe a lever mount. I don't know. I think there might be some stuff for us to do there. So it'll be interesting to see how we can figure it out. But yeah, I don't know with retail how it's gonna, what happened last time when I did Scars of Destruction, I just got burnt out and I didn't finish the timeline on stream. I ended up having to finish it off stream and then I just uploaded the recordings that I did for it. So we'll see with that and how the vibe is. I do want to stream like the first impressions kind of stuff. So maybe we'll do that and then I'll do the recordings off stream and showcase it that way somehow. Figure it out. But I am having a lot of fun with the Baldur's Gate 3 as well. So I don't want to quit that or stop that. It's feeling good and we're on a nice rotation every Tuesday. So I just got to figure out a way to work it into the schedule. Content schedule is all. YouTube, we and Cyrus. Let's see who wins. Wee Daddy. Congrats, Wee. Way to go, sir. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Cabby, Hugh, Cyrus. Appreciate y'all for the groupage today. We had a pickup member with us today running for a little bit. She probably hates us and thought that we were clueless, but we were running her around DFC ragged. So we did get our update after she left, or they left. He left. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon, all right? Y'all stay safe. Be good humans to each other, please. And we'll see you back here either off stream or tomorrow afternoon. All right. Have a good one. Luna, thank you for the round. 106 copper out to everybody. Appreciate that. Shout outs today, by the way. Do have some. We got Abysmal Glory, thank you for the follow. Professor Rapsy, thank you for the follow as well. What we got? We're good. All right, everybody. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all stay safe. Appreciate y'all.